Welcome to the Wine Confine podcast. In this episode, we are here with Eva from Château Qanafar, one of Lebanon's finest wine. We are here to explore this family's journey into winemaking, the evolution of their wine, and the future of this winery. Eva, welcome and thank you for joining us today. يمكن كتير عالم يسألوا ليش اخترت شاتو قنافار وخصوصي ليش معك هيدا البودكاست، وحابب أقول للكل إنه أنا حبيت بلش مع شاتو قنافار لأنه أول شيء بيعجبني كتير الواين تبعكم as quality، وتاني شغلة لأنه this episode is a tribute for my mom لأنه كمان اسمها إيفا. Thank you very much. So cheers.
Cheers.
And let's dig in.
Okay.
Eva, can you tell us more about Château Qanafar وكيف كل القصة بلشت؟
Charlie, thank you very much for having me and choosing Château Qanafar to start with. I'm very happy that your mother's name is Eva. It's such a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Well, how did Château Qanafar start? How did we initiate Château Qanafar? And as a family, we were born outside and we lived outside, mainly in Belgium. And my father retired, of course, now. He worked for Eps1.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where his passion for wine started.
Okay.
Why? Because, big companies, they usually do a lot of corporate dinners.
Mass production.
Yes, corporate dinners.
Okay.
And in these corporate dinners, they have wine.
Okay.
So this is where the passion started. And he started making wine at home.
Mm-hmm.
He's a chemist, actually, so he just wanted to explore, science. He likes to explore. So he started making wine at home. Then, for his retirement, he decided, okay, why don't I make wine as a hobby? Okay, so we started as a hobby. After his retirement, he started buying some land in Château Qanafar.
So he bought some lands in Château Qanafar.
Yes.
Okay.
He bought some land in Château Qanafar, planted the vineyards. Mainly it was red at that time, red grapes. And he started making wine as a hobby. Later on, when he retired, just before he retired, at that time we were living in Dubai, he started bringing the wines that he made from Lebanon
to Dubai.
And the first bottle he made was in 2005. He brought the wine. So for the cumulative years, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, he started bringing the wines from Lebanon to Dubai. Okay. And between family and friends, we started drinking the wine and testing the wine.
Okay.
And we saw that our friends and us as well saw that we're making, George, you're making, my father's name is George. George, you're making good wine.
Yes.
Then my brother came and said, why don't we make it a business? So we sat all together and said, yes, why not?
So as a family,
we decided to initiate Château Qanafar, and this was in 2009. So in 2010, we got registered as a business. And in the meantime, my brother, who's a consultant, he used to work in a consultancy firm, decided to leave his previous job and study winemaking in UC Davis, California, by correspondence. So at the same time, he was practicing. So he was studying and practicing winemaking with my father in Lebanon. So my family moved entirely to Lebanon in 2010. I stayed in Dubai. I'm a chemical engineer, so I'm working in a chemical plant.
So most of your family, they moved to Lebanon to start this business and you stayed there?
Yes.
Okay.
Lebanon is not a easy market to go to. So, and it's been, we have not lived in Lebanon. We used to come on vacation and everything. So they went and did, initially they went and, started the business.
Yes.
I later joined them in 2017. So voila, it started as a hobby, full of passion and love, and we still are producing wine, and we love this business. It's different than selling chemicals or pharmaceuticals or why? Is there something better than selling wine?
There is nothing better than selling wine.
Making wine, selling wine, and drinking the wine.
Drinking wine, of course.
Okay. Voila.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Eva, So Khirbet Qanafar, you mentioned Khirbet Qanafar, it's your hometown in Lebanon, right? And your father came here and bought the lands. So why you chose this location for your vineyards and for the winery?
Well, Khirbet Qanafar is our ancestral village. This is where we are from. And it's not only that. Khirbet Qanafar is in the West Bekaa, Ba'al Gharbi.
Yes.
And the Bekaa Valley is, for Lebanon, it is the agricultural part of Lebanon.
Exactly.
The soil is rich, mainly limestone, Jurassic limestone, which is excellent soil for winemaking, for the grapes. Not only for grapes, for figs and olives.
Okay.
Actually, 80% of Lebanon is made of limestone. The good thing about the Bekaa is that, to make great wine, you have to have a balance between acidity and sweetness.
And this comes from?
This comes from nature.
The nature, okay.
So what we have in Khirbet Qanafar, we have, once the day starts, so you have the morning sunrise, the sun rises in the morning, and then it sets towards the beach side, right?
Yeah.
So we get the morning sun. So this, when you have sun, it's good for fruitiness, sweetness.
Yeah.
And at night we have the cool wind, because we have no more sun, around 5, 6, 7 حسب الوقت. We get a cool breeze. So you have a balance between heat and cool temperature.
Okay.
So heat is good for fruitiness and sweetness, and cool is good for the acidity. A good wine has to have a balance between the fruitiness or sweetness and the acidity.
What were the challenges that you faced opening this business?
We did face a lot of challenges. I'm going to be very frank with you. First, Lebanon is not an easy market to work with. And as I mentioned before, we lived all our lives outside. So we don't know, Lebanon is a small country. Everybody knows each other here. So first we had to get to be known. Yes, the networking and all of this. Other than that, Lebanon is challenging for any business, especially the industrial businesses, because no electricity, generators, it's more costly actually. It was difficult to also compete with the well-known wines because we were newcomers. Who are you, Château Qanafar? It's difficult to break the tradition, or not tradition, but people in Lebanon usually stick to the same thing. They don't like to change.
Yeah.
So it was difficult to introduce something new for them. Okay, but it was successful because we were able to do that.
Yes.
So Lebanon by itself is challenging, as you know. I mean, you live in Lebanon.
Yes. Eva, how did your international experience influence your approach by doing winemaking and business here in Lebanon? You mentioned like it's difficult to do business here in Lebanon, but you grew up in foreign countries. So these countries, what did you learn from them to do wine and business in Lebanon?
Very good question. I think the more you travel and the more you experience different countries and different mindset, opens your own mind, and you are able to quickly understand the person. Okay, you can communicate much easier because you have experienced or seen different parts of the world. So yes, we traveled, we lived mainly in Belgium. We are Belgians. Our childhood was in Belgium. Then we studied in the US. And before coming to Lebanon, we experienced Dubai.
Okay.
So let's say around the world.
Around the world.
Each country brought, in terms of business, how to deal business-wise, it helped us
to grow.
Okay.
Your brand name and your products. So
exactly.
Yes, okay.
So basically, we can handle exports much easier because we are able to communicate or speak the same language.
Yes, yes.
Because every country has a different way of speaking.
Of course.
Okay. So we are able to do that. This really added value for our business.
إيفا أنا كتير مبسوط شو عم تخبريني، وهلا حابب أعرف أكتر شو أكتر unexpected story or fun story صارت معكم بالواينري.
أول شيء cheers.
Cheers.
دوق.
يلا. Oh my god.
شو أقولك؟
عادة الفيونييه لإلي كتير أسيدك، بس لأنه it's oaked, it has like different texture, little bit buttery, والأسيديتي أقل، فالafter taste it's really amazing.
Eva, this wine, that's why I'm coming to unexpected.
Yeah.
this wine took a lot of success. غير عن other wines, it took a lot of success. So I will go for unexpected story.
Okay.
We started the business, we made the wine. Okay, we grew and growing. And what was unexpected, that we didn't expect to grow
That much
and be successful to that extent. I know you are competing with a lot of wineries. We're happy that there are a lot of wineries because it's important that...
especially in Château Qanafar, there is a lot of wineries there.
In Khirbet Anafar. You have a few wineries there, but in Lebanon I think there's around plus 75 wineries now. We used to be
75?
Yes.
I guess more. Yeah, I guess there is more now.
They're popping up like mushrooms.
Yes. But it's good because it's artisanal wine.
It's not only good for that, because we need to grow the Lebanese industry. So we need to grow the export part of Lebanon.
So this podcast is one of the things that we are doing to grow the export for Lebanese wine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People don't know much about Lebanese wines, although who created wine? It came from where? So we should be proud of our culture because it's a success story that was unexpected, but we were very happy that it became a success.
That's amazing. That's really nice.
Thank you.
نحن رحنا على الأسئلة كيف تعرفنا من العائلة كيف بلشت الواين وهيك. هلا حابب أسألك أي أول قنينة عملتوها وكيف تقبلوها العالم؟
So I will start as a business. As a hobby, we did our first bottle was in 2005.
2005. Yes, we are talking about business related wines. Yes.
But it's the same actually.
Okay.
The first wine we created is actually Château. The Château.
Mm-hmm.
Château Qanafar. Okay, as you can see, Château Qanafar is the first brand, as the first wine,
bottle branded.
Yes, the
to
first
go to the market.
Yes.
Okay.
This is our premium wine. So we start with our premium.
Premium. Which grape do you have?
Here it's a blend of Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Syrah.
Okay.
So actually, when we started, we started with the reds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we cannot blend everything right away. So we started mainly with the red wines, mainly with Syrah, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot, which are noble grapes. Actually, most of our varietals that we have are noble grapes. So we started with Château Qanafar, and it took a lot of success.
So Château was the first bottle that you produced. So how did people receive it?
Oh, they adored it. It was very well received. Actually, it's our biggest seller. It's not about price. It's about the quality that we provide. Exactly. And this is our philosophy, quality.
Yes.
We care about quality, not volume. We are happy when people drink something nice that they enjoy and that they ask for more. So it was very well received.
As I can see, you have a big collection. How did you decide to go to the market with this collection?
Yes, well, you know, when you are having a winery, when you have a winery, you cannot just plant any grape. You have to study the soil, to study what grapes can grow on that soil. So definitely we had a consultant who came and visited our winery and our land and made studies. And he recommended what grapes, which varietals will grow best in our area. Don't forget, we're situated at 1,200 meters in altitude, so we're up, not in the valley. Okay. And the mountain behind us is the Barouk Mountains.
Barouk Mountains.
Okay.
So you are on the east side from the mountain.
Yes.
Okay.
So the consultant recommended certain grapes, and we decided to grow. We started with the Syrah, the Merlot, the Cabernet Sauvignon. We also have Tempranillo and Zinfandel. These are the red grapes.
Yes.
And we also decide, of course, we cannot have red without white. Okay, so you have to have white and the rosé. So the Tempranillo we make rosé from. Okay, we make rosé from red grapes.
Yeah.
All right. And as white grapes, we decided to go for Sauvignon Blanc, Viognier, which you are drinking right now.
Which we are drinking now.
Okay.
Yes.
And the Riesling.
Riesling.
And they all have a different profile.
Your father is a chemist and you are a chemical engineer. How you combine this science with the art of winemaking and to keep the traditional taste?
Well, actually, my brother is a winemaker. Okay, my father started as a hobby, as a chemist, and my brother, he is a winemaker. So actually, he's a chef.
Okay.
I wish he was here to answer this question, but I can answer it for him. Well, winemaking is an art by itself. And it is an art. Like when you go to a restaurant and you eat a nice dish, it's also an art. So I think science and art, they go together. And in terms of tradition, wine goes with Lebanese food, definitely. Wine goes with every food, especially Lebanese food.
So I can see that the winemaking process is a family effort. So how you all collaborate?
Actually, yes, Château Qanafar is a family business and we all have a role. So basically it's my father, my brother, my mother and I. My father, I would say he's the godfather. He initiated the business. And my brother is a winemaker. So it's a very important role. He's a winemaker. My mother, as you can see, she's an artist. Okay, so everything in terms of our boutique, our winery, our logo, our bottle images, all of this is my mother who handles that part. And I'm responsible for the sales and marketing of Château Qanafar wine. So I think each one of us has a special talent and we basically fit together in that respect.
That's really nice.
Voilà.
Yeah. It's really interesting as a family you are working together. Each one has a different role. So your mother worked on the logo and there is a story behind this logo. Can you tell us more about this, please?
Yes, definitely. It's a very interesting story, actually. As you can see the logo, you can see it here. Château Qanafar. We are located in Khirbe Qanafar.
Khirbet Qanafar.
Khirbet Qanafar.
Yes.
What does Khirbet Qanafar mean? Khirbe means ruins. Correct?
Yes.
Khirbe means ruins. So it's basically ruins of Qanafar. So what does it mean, Qanafar? It's believed that it is a combination of two Greek words.
Okay.
Anno Pharos. Anno Pharos. Anno, which means in Greek the summit or the highest point, and Pharos, like phare en français, it's light. In the ancient times, people used to trade. There was no electricity at that time, correct? So they used to travel at night to avoid the heat of the day. But if they travel at night, you need certain, a guide or something. So at that time, they used to do what they used to do. They have different lighthouses or some type of lighthouse, fire points on summits.
On the summits, okay.
On the summit, so they can recognize the road. And one of the most strategic locations, where Khirbet Qanafar is right now.
Okay,
it was the most important lighthouse.
So the logo, it's a lighthouse.
Yes, as you can see.
This strategic place,
and
Khirbet Qanafar.
This is why Khirbet Qanafar means the ruins of the lighthouse.
Of the lighthouse.
Okay.
Okay.
So why ruins now? Because as you can see, Khirbet Qanafar in the Bekaa, there's a plateau of earthquakes. There are many earthquakes that has happened in Lebanon.
Yeah.
And it's believed that the lighthouse has been ravaged. It's gone because of an earthquake. So now the village became known as the ruins of the lighthouse, which translates to Khirbet Qanafar.
A very interesting story.
Voila, yes.
Thank you for sharing.
And hence my mother decided, because she's an artist, she decided, okay, this is perfect for a logo. So as you can see, our logo is a lighthouse.
It's a lighthouse.
Voila.
It's directly Khirbet Qanafar.
Yes, the ruins of the lighthouse.
So you are taking care of business-related aspects in Château Qanafar. And 50% of your production you exported outside Lebanon. Where are the key markets that you export to?
Yes, definitely we export. It's important to export because, Lebanese wine, it's an ancestral people don't know that wine actually came from this region. We mainly export to Europe and to the US.
Okay.
In Europe, mainly Belgium, of course. We are Belge, on est Belge, Libanais, Belge. But so basically France, Belgium, UK, Germany, Switzerland, Holland, as well as parts of the US, New York, New Jersey, Texas, Canada, and we are going to, of course, explore other regions as well.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
We faced a lot of challenges in Lebanon, especially during the pandemic, COVID-19. How did Château Qanafar overcome these challenges?
Yes, pandemic was a big challenge, and I think other challenges there were much more than the pandemic. Pandemic was actually, we do home deliveries, direct deliveries, so this helped a lot. I don't think the pandemic was our biggest challenge. I think the war was, for sure, and the economic crisis.
Yes,
it was very difficult for us to, the inflation of the
exchange rate.
Exactly.
And so,
this was a headache for everyone in Lebanon. And if you run a business, definitely very difficult. But never give up, The quality speaks for itself.
Yes.
Voila.
Exactly. Today, where do you see the future of Château Qanafar?
Today, where do I see the future of Château Qanafar? In every country, in every person's home, in every, where I see the future of Château Qanafar. I like to see Château Qanafar. This is what I imagine, that people are drinking Château Qanafar at home and smiling and having a good time. So the future of Château Qanafar, I see it successful, definitely, and growing.
Inshallah, akid.
Thank you.
You are launching a new wine bar. What could people expect from this?
Actually, we have a boutique. So I'm going to say it's a boutique/wine bar. It's going to be for private events. So we host private events here. We make our own events. But at the same time, people can come and book. You have to be at least 8 to 10 people. And we make private dinners, whether you want tapas, whether you want a plateau charcuterie fromage, or whether you want a 5-6 course dinner menu, that we can accommodate. But it's definitely for private events, and of course it's for them to learn more about Château Qanafar. We are there with our guests, and basically we want them to enjoy good food, good wine. Yes. And enjoy them, so good company.
Yes.
Voila. So for this, you can reach out directly to me, and basically we do private bookings, or we do our own events.
And on the long run, you are planning to open a restaurant for the winery at Château Qanafar. So can you tell us more about the vision for this restaurant?
Yes, actually our winery is very big. It's a huge winery. There are 3 floors. 2 floors underground and 1 floor above ground. This floor above ground, it's going to be a restaurant. So what we are going to do for the restaurant is that we are looking for investors. Okay, because we cannot manage the restaurant. We are winemakers and we sell wine, but we are not restaurateurs. We don't. So we are looking for investors and a chef to manage the restaurant. However, in the meantime, we have Château Qanafar Hilltop at our winery. It's in the middle of the vineyards, under oak trees, and we cater. So starting from June till end of October, you can come have a winery tour and then enjoy lunch. It's a live barbecue, right? Sitting in nature, under oak trees, in the middle of the vineyards, and basically enjoying life.
I start to dream about it now.
Yeah, yes, you should.
Eva, if you could describe Château Qanafar in one word, شو معقول تكون?
Humanity, love.
That's great. I think love is enough.
It is. It's love. Happiness, love. Being together with people, enjoying life. Do you want anything else than that?
A lot of nice words for Château Qanafar. Eva, now we are going to play a little game. I will ask some questions and you will have to answer very fast. Are you ready?
Ready.
Red or white?
Both.
Favorite food and wine pairing?
Oh, oysters and Sauvignon Blanc.
Never drink wine again or one type of wine forever?
أكيد one type of wine forever. يعني life without wine, no way يعني.
Eva, I really enjoyed having you on this podcast. It was a really pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was nice to have Eva during the podcast as wine. And now we will have some cheese and charcuterie.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
We're gonna open another bottle because we finished the first one.
Please
But
do.
I'm gonna try. You will try another wine.
And
as well.
also there is the guys, they didn't drink yet.
Of course.
Yalla.
Yalla.